Good morning, everyone. It's Pi Day. What does that mean? It's Pi Day, Pi, like the Greek letter, and the number pi, 3.14. It's 3:14, March 14th. I'm just being silly now. It's March 14th, 2024. It is 9 a.m., which means it is time once again for our mindful moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the spiritual leader here at Unity of Tucson. And Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center where we are here to invite people to find their personal purpose and spiritual path in whatever way suits them best. So that's what we're here to do. The Mindful Moment is an opportunity I take every single weekday to engage in some spiritual practice and be consistent in my spiritual practice, because what I have found is that a consistency in my practice is actually a manner in which I have enhanced the quality of my life. And so that's what we're here to do. And I just want to remind you that next week I will not be live because I will be out of town. I'll be in Sedona, but I will still be engaging in my spiritual practice at that time. And I encourage you to continue your spiritual practice on a daily basis at that time. Whether you are watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. I see a couple comments have come through already. Beth, glorious day. Good morning. Grateful to see you this beautiful, beautiful day. Pi Day, yes, pizza. I think that's the lunch plan today because it is Pi Day. Thanks for checking in, Roberta, William, and Anita. Yes, I love pie too. Well, you know I love pie. I like to bake pies. I like to eat pies. So yeah, it's glorious. Reverend Jerry Stratemeyer, good morning, and hugs to you as well. Such a delight to have you all check in, and I'm sure that more will check in as they join us. I do want to, of course, offer this reminder, as I do each time I see you, and it is this: you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you are shining your light and sharing your magnificence. I'm just going to sit and revel in that gratitude for just a moment. I'm grateful that you are a part of my experience, part of my life. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I am still floating on a cloud a bit because the satsang that was last night, guided by sadhu, actually it's a word I learned last night, sadhu, by Brian Lotman, who's a sadhu, which is basically a traveling monk. He came and gave us a wonderful spiritual lesson, guided us in some glorious Sanskrit chants, and it was a really wonderful experience. And I'm still sort of like, floating on the energy of that experience. I do hope that we can have him back. I don't use hope lightly, given his schedule, it may be a year before he's able to be back with us, but I did extend the invitation. But part of what happened is, he had some thoughts around, and it's funny because as he was speaking, I just he and I, we speak the same intention, even though we use different language and different jargon around it, talking about the consistency of spiritual practice, talking about how we can allow ourselves to be in community with one another and to enlighten ourselves. And it felt very, very relevant in terms of how we both approach the construct of spirituality. But one of the things that really was a strong pull for me was the idea that the world of form, and I talk about this all the time, the world of form is a construct of the infinite, and that he refers to it as essentially like the gross world or the crude world, right? It's the world of matter. And that if we are looking to make shift in the world of matter, that what it is all about is really taking that inner journey to the soul space, and to allow ourselves. And so one of the things that it made me think of is, I think we sometimes approach spirituality with the idea that we're going to, and I'm going to use this language because this is language that I've seen before, we're going to tell God how big our problems are, assuming that there's something outside the self that is going to fix the problems in our life. And that what our path, a more productive path may be, telling our problems how big our God is, how big our sense of soul and spirit and infinite ethereal magnificence, how big that is, and bringing the God essence to the circumstances rather than trying to lift up the circumstances to a God sense. So that's a way that I think we can approach addressing the issues that come up in our lives, because I have issues that come up in my life. I know that other people have issues that come up in their lives. I don't think any of us are immune from that entirely. Perhaps there are people who are immune from that entirely, and I choose to learn from them as well. But I do think that the idea that we lift the circumstances to the level of our God sense, that is how we actually end up healing. And another way to phrase that is to understand the divinity at the core of the experience, the divinity at the core of the circumstance, the divinity at the core of the material. Because I do think I hold firm in my faith that it is all one and the same. That's what I believe. What do you believe? And that's a rhetorical question. Part of the reason that I ask that is because there is a sense, I think, that the separation in mind of the material world and the spiritual, that is really, I think that's the only thing that ever leads to discord, thinking that they are somehow separate. And yet there is a manner in which we can approach the healing of the physical through the healing of the mental, the conscious, the soul space. So that's where we are. And so I'm still floating on a cloud, and I invite us all. I'm going to take a different approach a little bit today, and that is perhaps to allow prayer to be a bit more reflective, perhaps a bit more silence today in the experience of it as I go on the inner journey of addressing the soul space. And so if it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes and join me in this, I invite you to do so. Simply allowing the sensation of awareness to turn to the inner life, to turn towards the soul space, to turn towards the heart space. And as I turn the attention to that which is within the soul space, I open up in awareness. I open up in awareness to this understanding that there is God and nothing else. God is. God is all there is. The infinite power and presence is all there is. The source energy is all there is. The infinite field of potential is all there is. And settling the mind into this understanding, I take the next leap in deepening that understanding to a state of identification. For if this magnificence is all there is, there can be nothing separate from it. And so that means that we are, each and every one of us, the outflow the expression of this magnificence. The wholeness of us is this source energy. We are individualizations of the infinite, each and every one of us, and we have access to the infinite as the infinite. I let my mind and heart be rooted in this understanding, and I deepen into the heart space, to the felt sensation of beingness. I trust and know that from this point of view, in this frame of mind, that all that flows forth is the flow of the infinite. And so I can and I choose to live in faith, in trust. I let go of considerations of anything that is contrary to this, and I welcome the flow. In every aspect of being, in every interaction, in every relationship, in the expression of physical health, in the expression of creativity, the wholeness of my life and the life of each and every one of us is this magnificence flowing. And so with gratitude and a graceful appreciation, I simply let it be. I relax, I trust, I know, and affirm it as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. So there we are. That felt really good to me. I trust it felt good for you as well. And I am so delighted that we've gotten to be together for this time and be consistent in our practice. Blessing, thank you very much. Grateful to see you here. Yes, I'm delighted when you join us. Yeah, Sue, yes, yes, me too. You said floating. Yes, I get it. We are there. Audrey, frequency, vibration, alignment equals peace. Yes. In the all is consciousness, I am in a cloud from last night. Yes, I think those of us who were present for it are all feeling very similar sensations, and I'm so grateful. And I look forward to having Brian back when he is available. In the meantime, we have plenty of other things that happen here. I do want to, of course, remind you that we have our Shine concert coming up on April 19th. Tickets are available for that now. You can go to unitytucson.com/shine. Purchase your tickets there. You can purchase them here at Unity of Tucson in person in the Desert Light Book and Gift Shop. You can scan that QR code. That'll take you right to our ticketing site. Would love to see you participate in that. It's going to be a wonderful evening of uplifting music with Aaron Anderson, Liz Cracchiolo, Dennis Tamblin, and myself singing. It's going to be awesome. I'm so delighted to be able to bring that to this experience. Also, next week, Soul Flow returns. Soul Flow is the third Wednesday of every month. It's a movement experience for everyone. It is a night of gentle yoga and some freeform dance, and it's guided by Oscar Rodriguez and Sherry Hoffman, and always a joy to be able to bring that experience. That'll be at 6 p.m. next Wednesday. So do please join Sherry and Oscar for that. As a reminder, I'll be out of town, so I will not be there, but this is your reminder, and I'm grateful to be able to offer this. And I'm grateful that Unity is able to offer this. And I'm grateful that we get to be in this thing called magnificence together. So peace and blessings to you. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Perhaps on Sunday when we join together for our Sunday celebration. Yes. All right. I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.